Hi there, and welcome back to the Great Collection unboxing. We are on box number 70, and it's been a couple of weeks, I think, since we did a Peter Stone box, so I grabbed one and we'll open it up today. See what we find. This box doesn't really say anything on the outside, and the tack boxes typically don't have a lot of information, but we'll see. Oh, cool. So this is a special run trotting drafter, nicely labeled 1998 special run stake a claim 1998 jamboree special run. I remember when this jamboree happened, it was very fun. I had a great time. They usually ran in the neighborhood of 500 horses. This is a really nice sort of blue roan Pinto, nicely airbrushed with white and gold bows. Very attractive. Peter Stone always does a nice job on his paint jobs. So a very cool special run. We were all very excited when he came out as a special run. Nice mold and nice color combination. Next we have, a nice, looks like a regular run. This guy says number 9742 Clydesdale Gruya Sabino. That's a Pinto pattern. Very nice. Again, another really attractive Pinto. This guy is chalky paint where he's base coat painted white. This guy is just the base white is the plastic of the model. It just makes the quality of the paint looks a little different. This one's much brighter white. This one's very subtle. He's got a very intricate paint job that's half masked, half airbrushed, it looks like, that comes up the side and into his neck. It's a really pretty paint job, very nicely executed. Not signed or anything, and I think that was a regular run number. Probably the same era, that 1998-1999 time frame. His bobs aren't painted quite as detailed as this guy, but again, this was a regular run, this was a special run. So a very nice pair of Pinto trotting drafters. Next we have, hopefully, yay! He has his sticker on him, so they all come in these Peter Stone tack boxes, but then the regular runs, many times, will have a sticker of some kind on them. So this is number 9745, Nashville Brass, a Spotted Bay Tobiano Clydesdale, a different Pinto pattern than the Sabino. As you can see, the Tobiano pattern will cross the top line. The Sabino pattern kind of comes up from the bottom. This guy is also a regular run. Very crisply masked paint pattern as opposed to kind of the airbrush of this guy. Again, the white is just the white of the plastic, not a base coat chalky. He has gold and red bobs. Very attractive. They do a nice job. This particular collector loves the drafters. So we'll probably, I anticipate, find a bunch more drafters in here. So this is just a very nice regular run. They've done a nice subtle job with the shell color on the hooves and nicely painted for a regular run. And next we have a special run. Oh, I remember this one. I went to this. This is, and I'm going to butcher how to pronounce it, rhodonite. For some reason I always called it roncasite, but it's Rhodonita, rhodonite. 1998 Breyer Fest special run. Technically it would be the Equilocity special run, since it's a Peter Stone model. This was, I think, the second year of the Peter Stone Equilocities, and they did what was called a Precious Stone series. So they would paint up the models, and I think we've seen a couple others, to look like a precious stone. Sometimes they'd give you a little gift bag with the precious stone in it. They did a bunch of different colors, so this was one of the first, probably first or second in the series, 1998. with blue and white bobs on the mane and tail. He's kind of a purplish gray base coat with black points and then kind of a splatter black dapple over the top to look like the stone that he is named for. So this is a really attractive, very popular. You find these in lots of different variations. Very light, very dark, lots of dapples, little dapples. So this guy you could collect quite a conga variation of. Not signed or anything by Peter Stone. And again, back in that era, the special runs were like 500 or 600. So probably about the same as that Stake a Claim horse. Oh, and I didn't really notice it when I pulled him out of the box, but this guy, Nashville Brass, has some subtle dappling on his belly. You can kind of see it when the sun hits him. But he's got a little dappling on the belly, which is a nice detail for a regular run, because that takes some extra time to paint. Next we have a horse with nothing on the box. Darn it. But he is another trotting drafter. He is a black and white Pinto. He is a chalky base coat white, where he's been painted white, and then the black over the top. I wouldn't really call him a Pinto. He's just got very high whites and a big bald white face with red and white ribbons. I don't recognize him. I happen to have a year 2000 Peter Stone catalog here. And he is not Snelson Noah. I don't see him in the catalog, but he's probably from the same era. I think all these guys are like 1998, 1999. He has a little more detail than you see. He's got, actually, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but he has a little bit of hoof striping. His hooves are kind of painted beige. He's got blue eyes with that bald face and masking all around. Really nice horse. No signature or anything. He could be a regular run. He could be a special run. I was thinking maybe he could be one of those cerulean models, but I don't think so. I think he's just a plain black. So maybe a regular run, maybe a special run. Probably the same era as the rest of these guys, 1998, 1999. I'll look him up a little later and see what he is. And then our final horse of this box is number 9741 Andy, a Clydesdale Bay with Dapples. This collector loved drafters, can you tell? So this is a regular run, no signature, plain white plastic, not base coated. I think they did a really cool job with his bobs. He's kind of alternating red and white. So the bottom is red, then the top, then the bottom, and then the tail is red, white, and blue, which is cool. Solid bay, high whites, just a blaze on his face, and really nicely done subtle airbrush dapples. This guy, the dapples are a little bit large, but definitely not that chain link chicken wire dapples that you see on some mass-produced horses. And he was a regular run, so we had 1, 2, 3 regular runs, 2 special runs, and a question mark. All the big trotting, these guys are heavy, all the big trotting drafters. So hope you enjoyed that. Next week we'll go back and do something, I don't know. I'll pick something interesting as always. Thank you for joining me, and catch me next week.